So when I say divide and conquer, that's what the negative energy is doing. Bad energy, good and bad, right? There's a good and bad fight. The difference between man and mankind. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like we're all born good in this world. Somehow, some way, some people stray to the bad lane while others stays in the good lane. But we're all human beings. Ah, boy. What up, everybody? What up, everybody? How all is doing? Hope all is well. And if not, hope you get back on track sooner than later. So you can add to your thing, you know what I mean? General Star. It's like I want to make a video today, but the lighting is horrible. So I'm trying to do the setup and it took forever to set this up. I'm like, yo, is someone trying to hold me back from doing this, talk? I do a lot of thinking, right? So I do a critical thinking with my thoughts. So I'm thinking, putting it together, and I'm, you know, holding the vibe, right? So you see the title, Divide and Conquer. You know what I'm saying? Because if you notice my last couple of videos, I've been touching on the history. What really happened? Hmm? Well, I'm deep diving. I'm working on a video. I'm gonna have a documentary put together. Don't know how long it's gonna take, because there's so much stuff to dig into and get into. You know, so I'm on my research and I'm finding out a whole bunch of information. You know, so when I say divide and conquer, I want to talk about humanity. You know what I mean? And how things is currently in 2024, 2024 AD. That's what we're talking about. You know, but what everybody do, they always talk about the beginning and everything, right? You know, because naturally you want to know what happened early out. And we're talking about existence, life itself, being. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be in order to exist. You know what I mean? And how everything came to be, that's too deep to really think about. But just know that energy exists, and energy is existing and being. You know what I'm saying? I'm not religious, so whoever is religious, big up. you know, but I understand the concept, right? Negative and positive, or in other words, good and evil. Those are all energies, you know, and energy wants to roam and be free and do what energy do and attach to, you know what I mean? Different vibrations attached to different energies. So I'm gonna keep it simple and just say that I notice the energy on Earth. It comes down to there's two gods over these energies. There's two gods on Earth. There's the good energy and a god over that, and a bad energy God over that. People break it down in God and devil and whatever the case is, right? But it seemed like the bad energy is testing the good energy. You know what I'm saying? But it's all existing. And I say this to say that because in humanity, if you notice how human beings move, some move good, some move bad. Why is that? When we are all born good, all babies are born good, right? So how come some people go bad, some people go good? That's what I'm saying. There's a God over these things, over these choices. God over these good, God over bad, which is God or the devil. You know, there's so much. Even look into religion and spirituality and angels and demons and different energy forces. There's so much rhetoric goes around it, you know, and it seems like these energies are controlled when they're attached, right? When these energies are controlled, but we are in existence in a different dimension. We're existence in this atmosphere. We're able to be and physically be. You know what I'm saying? So in humanity's case, we are here, spiritual beings, having an experience, and we are being. Now, there's natural life, natural laws to being and living and existing in coexistence with other species, plants, animals, Earth itself, the atmosphere itself. Like everything is alive, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And that's life laws, respecting all the different elements, all the different species, all the different forms of life. And we come and we exist and we're being. Now, it seemed like control is the order of the day, and negative wants to control you being. You know? And like I said, we're all born, right? We're all born innocent and free and good. You know what I'm saying? A baby's born smiling, happy, right? But through the journey and the experience that us beings having with the way the world is, some goes to good and some goes to bad. And those are the choices you have in your life when it comes down to it. As you get older and different choices and decisions come up. Now, as a kid, there's so much choices in front of your face. You know what I mean? And now we're in the matrix, and it's a mind game that's playing tricks on you. What your perspective is, that's how you're gonna live. You know what I'm saying? So the matrix throw a lot of things out at kids. You know, but I really want to get into the humanity part of this existence and being. Because when I say divide and conquer, that's what the negative energy is doing. Bad energy, good and bad, right? There's a good and bad fight. You know what I mean? Now, as human beings, right? As human beings, we are all energy. We are we are susceptible. We get caught up in the energy that attracts our mind. Energies in different forms, you know, but it attracts you and you get caught up in that situation. As for humanity, if you notice, it's like we should be a human family, you know what I'm saying? All the different peoples, cultures, and that's where things went. Like you want to say the negative is when, you know what I'm saying? Divide the people and conquer the people. You have black people, you got white people, you got Asian people, and now you got Spanish people. You know what I'm saying? So we have all these peoples of the world. We are all being, but we are being in our, culture, being where we at. You know what I'm saying? But it trickles down to individuals and to each of these different groups of human beings. Because now within the groups of human beings, the energy, you know what I mean, is the same thing. Everybody have choices to do good, do bad, indifferent, whatever the case is. You know? And if you look at humanity and see how our history and what's been going on with humanity, it will seem like the negative is winning when you look at all the wars, all the conquering, all the deaths, people trying to rule, you know what I'm saying? Rule over other people. And I'm like, when you think about life, right? Do we actually need governments and do we actually need rules? When if we follow life laws and the laws of life, right? We know we're not supposed to kill. We know we're not supposed to steal somebody's property, right? There's many more laws that comes in naturally as you grow as a being, a human being. And it goes all across the board for everybody because we're all built the same way. Now, with the understanding that not everybody is the same, and I'm trying to figure out the difference between man and mankind. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like we're all born good in this world, but somehow, some way, some people stray to the bad lane while others stays in the good lane. But we're all human beings, you know? And even within our human being groups, good and bad, black, white, Asian, Spanish, everybody got those energies within those different human being groups. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the way the world is right now, what's the point of all going on? All of this nonsense. What's going on? It's clearly people is in control. And if we look at history and through time, the different forms of control, some areas still has monarchs to this day, kings. You know, the history that they give us, there were pharaohs, and those were kings of large areas. You know what I'm saying? But the negative wants to rule so much that over time is breaking down the land, And the more human beings that go that way, that negative way, want to control people, want to control way, control people's lives, control everything, they go that negative direction. And everybody else is existing and being and having a experience. They're having the experience as well, but they want to be controlling. And that's a negative energy in this world because to control something, not at their own will, you know what I'm saying? To rule every damn thing, it doesn't make any sense, but you gotta understand that there's man and there's mankind. There's good and there's evil, good and bad. There's two different energies. And it's all manifesting in this realm because this dimension, I say the third dimension, right? This dimension is the only dimension where you're able to manifest in a physical form and everything is tangible and everything has a mass to it. Now, the energies behind all of that, you're not going to be able to see it because it's a spiritual thing. It's from existence itself. You know what I mean? And you can't see those spirits, but those are energies. They call it devils, they call it gods. But those are the energy that rule this realm. And it's going to be always a fight. It's always going to be that way because this existence is the only place where you're able to be and physically be. And all the things that we go through as human beings. You know what I'm saying? Now, in our dreams, we're being in our dreams as well. You know what I mean? But when we wake up from our dream, we hear a being, right? You know? And I think that's what got the world in this frenzy, the way the world is. Divide and conquer. The negative energy divides the good energy all the way up and then conquers it where there's wars, there's kingships and taking over lands, taking over people's lives, ruling people. Now, look at the way the world is. Look at our lives, and it's funny, right? The world is living, and then people say we have to civilize the world, wild and free and being with this the respect for all species of all forms and all kinds, right? But then civilized want to gather everything and organize everything and keep everything together and separate everything like everything is not already separated with the respect of each energy. You know what I'm saying? Just like the different levels of mass. You know what I mean? Just like when things is the heavier things on the bottom and the lighter things up top. Goes with water, gas, the different elements. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on in humanity, man. The negative is winning. Now, existence is always going to be, and when we come to exist, we're born innocent. A baby is innocent. We're born free to live this world, but the influences of the world give you a perception, and that perception is how you're going to live. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff to get into. As you can see, the Matrix is playing the hell out of my mind game. The Matrix is having a number right now in existence, and if you don't see that it's a Matrix, you know what I mean? It's gonna be that much harder going forward, getting through our day-to-day lives. You know what I'm saying? And you know what gives you strength? Understanding the reality that we are in, understanding the existence, understanding the nature of life. Ah. Divide and conquer. How else can you put it? the way things is going. Divide and conquer. Well, I'm just holding the vibe. I had a thought, when you look at the world, how the world separated, and within the human groups, black people, white people, Asian people. When you look in the human groups, everyone is divided, you know, divided by their nationality, divided by their culture. You know what I'm saying? But then when you look at the fact that there's mankind and there's man, human beings, and mankind that's being acting like human beings, which is the negative forces, makes you wonder, man. Makes you understand there's a divide going with the rhetorics, with the lies. Each generation can lie too. And if you grew up believing a lie, believing everything is a reality, and believing that it is what it is, until you come to the fact that everything in the matrix or in society is a lie. I call it true lies, right? Because it's a lot of truth in front of your eyes, but reality tends to give you a whole bunch of lies. You know what I'm saying? But that's the matrix itself, playing one on people. You know what I mean? So I hope y'all enjoyed the vibration today. We're gonna go deeper into other aspects of our experience that we're having, you know. But the way the world is, all the division, all the separation, especially in the black culture and black people in general, I'm not gonna understand it, but that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I see black people all over the world, but truth be told, black people only exist in America. Because everybody else is their country, their culture, and ethnic group. Even if you look like me, even if you're black like me, you know what I mean? It's a long battle for understanding. And me, I'm just critical thinking, coming from the thoughts, having some ideas, and just putting it out to the world, you know what I mean? So thank you for watching. Drop a comment if you're vibing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to revisit this subject matter again, divide and conquer, because just look at the way human beings are living. You know what I mean? Look at the way humanity is. So later on, when I get more information, more vibration, we're gonna come revisit this topic again. But that's in a nutshell how society is right now. Divide and conquer. And there's a God over good, and there's a God over bad, God over evil. You know what I'm saying? And they're both bumping heads. The good and evil fight that people talk about. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all hear this as kids, but I heard it as a kid. Divide and conquer. Plain and simple. Because if the people come together, the righteous, that's living right by humanity's laws, and they come together, I'm just saying. Now, negative obviously got to band together to be negative and do negative things and influences, because all babies are born innocent and free growing up until they're influenced by these different energies, until they're influenced and give them a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now, it's like they're using hip hop music as an influence to give you ideas, because it's all about the perspective and how you look at things. You get ideas from all over the place, right? And it's all about the perspective, because the perspective give you idea and things, and with the ideas, then you're gonna move accordingly, right? This is life itself, man. This is life. This is existence. This is our experience. It's a one-time thing, right? But for the human beings, they get to live over and over and over because that's that spiritual energy that's always existing within the energy codes. Mankind can live again because they're kind of human beings, but they're not. They're just human, you know what I mean? They're just human while everybody else is being. It's crazy, man. You see the good and evil fight? Divide and conquer. Across the board, look on the world, it's what I want. You have the different class systems, you have the rich, you have the poor. And in between, you have people trying to get rich, you have people, you know, doing bad deals all the time and losing and winning. And it's a back and forth thing. There's so much around the subject of divide and conquer for the ruling class, for us people surviving. You know what I mean? I know it's not. Just the vibration. CLP. I'm gonna keep it short though on this talk. I'm gonna keep this talk short. So tap in, man. Tap into CLP Got Beats on all streaming services. And if you're artist, content creator looking for beats, tap into beatstores.com. You might see something you like, you know what I mean? Grab one of those beats. Go to at CLP Got Beats, the channel itself, the beat channel. DM me if you want one of those beats, and we can negotiate. So on that note, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna make it a podcast, and I'm gonna catch you on the next vibration. Let me know some critical thinking ways, right? All right, y'all. It's all love. Peace. Catch you on the next one. I know it's